Going to be about Laurie Hernandez, a big new face.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She has got so much energy, so much passion, and she actually complements Team USA so well in the strengths that she has. She makes really an unbeatable team right now, even more unbeatable. She's fabulous.
One of your favorites, guys, Laurie Hernandez.
And this routine is awesome. If she doesn't pull you in on this, it's just fantastic.
Body language just screams out, I've got this.
Absolutely.
And she's turning 16 in the Olympic year.
You know, I tell you, you see the way she moves out there, her dancing abilities. She could dance like that when she was 10 years old. Just amazing.
Laurie Hernandez with a big smile. Still haven't posted her score. Things were a little slower today than normal. So she's going to Rio in your mind?
Well, you know, I feel like she's definitely one of those that's fighting for that 4th and 5th spot.
It's a 5-member team.
If the team was picked today, she's on my team. Meet that Gabby Douglas won her 2nd all-around title. Reagan was 2nd in the all-around, and she told us that when that happened, that was the first time she believed she could actually make it to Rio.
Yeah, she said both of them actually, Laurie and Reagan, said, you know, they feel comfortable now here competing with the Olympians, the world champions. They finally feel like they actually belong.
She'll do the same vault that we just saw Reagan do. She has a little bit more oomph, gets a little bit more power and a little bit more height.
Definitely went a little bit higher, but had a pretty big hop on the landing, which will cost her a little bit.
Yeah, and that was unusual. I've seen her do a bunch here in Everett, and you know, that had great power, great height, but you got to be able to control it, put that landing gear out, and she takes a very large step. But you see really good block from the table, but those feet way in front of her and slides back.
Get her score in a moment. Meanwhile, Courtney McGregor comes from New Zealand.
And they have a very uphill battle. Their top gymnast, Larissa Yardaki, is injured right now. And it's looking pretty brutal at this point in time for Romania.
Contrast that to Team USA. They're looking pretty awesome as we take you to the 3rd rotation and continue with the 2016 Pacific Rim Championships in Everett, Washington. And they are just putting up some amazing scores. Now, Tim, it's April. The road to Rio takes us to August. What's the schedule looking like?
Well, there's a lot of different things. Actually, the first competition will be in Hartford, Connecticut, and that'll start everything off. That'll be the Classic for the girls and the Nationals for the men. And then we head to St. Louis for the first set of...
Okay, we came on the air with lots of great things to say about Laurie Hernandez, with good reason. For more on her deal, let's go to Andrea.
Hey, Al, Laurie has a chance to make a bit of history this year. She could be one of the first Olympians born in the 2000s. Talk about feeling old. She turned 16 in June, and like a true millennial, social media is a big part of Laurie's daily life. She takes pride in her clever posts, like the Instagram shot she had this week, dabbing our way to the Pac Rim Championships. And when you talk to Laurie, you'd never know that she's in the midst of an extremely competitive, stressful couple of months. Pressure? Laurie says, oh, I used to crack, but I'm a lot more mature now. Al?
That's what being 15 does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, you know, a lot of stress, but she says, every day I wake up, I am one step closer to August, one step closer to my lifelong dream of being an Olympian.
It's bold to say that, you know, and you grew up being as bold like that. You were telling us earlier you had pictures of the Olympic medals on your desk, right?
I absolutely did. Right when the Olympic medals were released from Beijing, I printed those out, put them on my vision board.
And then what did Mom do?
Mom went and found my dad's Olympic gold medal and hung it right on there.
How awesome is that?
Very cool. So you're looking for perfect handstand positions. Nice release right there. She'll do another one right here.
Little close, but manages to pull it off.
And one more connected down to the low bar. Well, that was great handstand work right there, and another pretty good one. She said that when she was younger, gymnastics was all fun and games. Still fun now, but no more games, she says. And that's her coach, Maggie Haney.
She's got the face for a winner. I love her body language.
Yeah, very, very confident and cool.
Especially under pressure. You know, the team competition is the most pressure you really will ever feel. Beautiful. Tkachev release move. That's where she was a little close right there, but then she does it again from staller position. Did it great there.
And this is her first time on NBC too, right?
No, I think she's actually, as a junior, I think she's made air for us. She was the junior national champion last year on floor. In 2014, though, she was injured. She dislocated her patella and tore that patellar tendon. Took about 6 months of recovery. But she says that from 2014 to 2016, she feels her gymnastics has just skyrocketed. I concur.
Absolutely.
And the score is in for Laurie Hernandez, 14.8. Simone Biles with her potential new teammate, Laurie Hernandez, gets a 15.05 on the uneven bars. What do you think of that score?
Well, that's pretty good. You see her execution in 8.9, which, you know, I think in the...
Up that potential starting score.
Allie Raisman, 14.3.
You see that 8.3 execution score, you know, so that means she had 1.7 off in that routine. She knows it's not her best event.
Ashton Locklear, 15.55. Is that something that a specialist would get?
Yeah, that's pretty darn good. You see that 9.05. She had less than a point off in deductions, and that is just plain ridiculously hard to pull off nowadays in gymnastics.
How about Laurie Hernandez? Stock up, stock even, or stock down today?
I would definitely say stock up. You know, I think this is a pretty big competition for her, this team competition. That's really where you feel the most pressure, because it's not just about competing for yourself. You're representing your country, and when you're up there on the balance beam, it's not just for you, it's for the entire nation.
Team USA up on the always precarious balance beam. When we come back at the 2016 Pacific Rim Championships presented by Hershey's.
We're going to see much more difficult gymnastics from some of the other ladies, but Very solid. And she's psyched just to be back, you know. After that rotator cuff injury, she said that, you know, she didn't know if she would even have time to come back. She said it was very depressing for a while, and then things started to come along, and she's very happy about that.
Well, that's a big-time rehab injury too, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Any injury, you know, it's not even just, you know, as a person when you're injured, it's hard enough. And then as an athlete, of course, you have to not only get healthy, but then you have to start basically from scratch and building right back up on all of your events.
She did a very nice job throughout the competition. Had that little bit of a bobble on vaulting with the big steps forward, but overall a very strong night for Allie Racer.
USA, Laurie Hernandez. Now on floor exercise for New Zealand, Charlotte Sullivan.
Laurie Hernandez trying to finish up what's been a great competition for her so far.
Big combination right here. 2 layouts in a row. Great.
Beautiful. It's one of my favorite tumbling sequence on the balance beam.
We're seeing more and more gymnasts do 2 in a row like that. There are a lot of folks that remember a great American gymnast, 3-time Olympian Dominique Dawes. She actually somehow fit in 4 layout step outs on beam.
Which I have no idea how it's possible. But she did it. So far, so good.
Oh boy, just a little bit off on that leap. Very nice, very difficult. Tips her head back, loses sight of the beam. Wow. These young ladies have been dangerous today. Unbelievable. You know what? One of the things Simone said was, you know, people are always saying how easy we make it look. And she said the only way that it looks that easy is because we do so very much. And they do. If you were to watch these athletes in a day, the amount of turns they take, it's just staggering. But look at this beautiful layout step out. Watch her look for that beam right there. See, those eyes are just like laser beams on that beam, and just slams those feet down.
Yeah, the number of repetitions is crazy. Still Simone Biles to come on balance beam.
If Team USA would use a specialist, and if they would probably do it on the uneven bars. And of course, Laurie Hernandez right there. Maybe isn't going to end up finishing as high in the all-around as she thought she would, but certainly had a very, very strong day.
15.55, that.
Gage Gymnastics Center.
Well, no one's sure who's going to Rio yet. Well, Simone we got, but this they do know. When they get to Rio, they'll be in good shape. Joining her in Rio, Laurie Hernandez. Back after this in Everett, Washington. And that's what Laurie Hernandez looked like today. Let's find out what she takes out of this Pacific Rim Championships. So we're across the floor now to Andrea Joyce with Laurie.
Big new stage for Laurie Hernandez. What are you hoping that Marta saw from you out there today?
I hope she saw the fact that I did my best to be clean and consistent. I hit 4 for 4 today. Actually, our whole team hit 4 for 4 today, and I'm excited. This was a really good experience for all of us.
First year for you as a senior, and it's an Olympic year. What is it like for you out there? I mean, you told us the other day you're not feeling pressure, but...
I mean, when I said I wasn't feeling pressure, I think I really meant it. You know, today I went out there and I had a lot of fun with all the girls. I mean, they're so supportive, and I think in between events, we all just helped each other, and there was no pressure on me at all. I think we're just so good for each other.
So moving ahead, as you look forward to the next couple of months, what do you think the biggest challenges will be? Will they be physical or mental?
I think both. Maybe more mental than physical, because I think I just need a little bit more physical, and then the rest is all mental. The rest is just like confidence and the fact that I know I can do it. I just have to do it.
It looks like it's pretty hard to wipe the smile off your face. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have a big smile on your face, Nastia. You've been through this whole process. These little pearls of wisdom that Marta is giving these girls today, because she was very active, I thought, with the gymnasts. What types of things is she saying?
Yeah, she absolutely was. And I think exactly what we heard Laurie just say, it's the confidence. And she went out there today and she was rock solid, and that is confidence. You know, she came out here under the big lights in a team competition, and when it mattered, she delivered.
Does Laurie Hernandez leave here feeling she's in it?
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt, she should feel like she's in it. She ended up third. Allie Raceman was second. Because of the 2 per country rule, she couldn't get the 3rd place medal, but she was third in this competition, only a 10th away from Allie Raceman.
Well, that is going to do it for us here in Everett, Washington. Coming up next on NBC, it's the World Figure Skating Championships, as Team USA wins on the men's side and Team USA wins on the women's side. With Andrea Joyce and for Tim Daggett, Nastia Lukin, I'm Al Trowick. Team USA, very, very successful at the 2016 Pacific Rim Championships presented by Hershey's. Thanks for watching.